Today, in the United States, we have many freedoms protected under the Constitution, such as the right to bear arms, the right to a fair and speedy trial, and of course, the freedom of speech and expression. However, there is a brief period of time where many basic American rights were taken away during the Polka War of 1978. This documentary will cover the causes of this war, the horrors that those affected by the war experienced, and the man who ended the war and saved America. Before we can talk about the man who ended the war, we need to talk about the man who started it. Elliot Bryson was born on June 23, 1940, in one of those Midwestern states that nobody cares about. Elliot was said to have a normal upbringing, although he was bullied a bit in school due to the fact that his last name sounded like a first name. However, even in childhood, Elliot had a hatred for polka music. In high school, Elliot founded an anti-polka club that tried to ban polka music in the school. His efforts were unsuccessful, but he tried again in his 20s when he was writing to mayors, congressmen, and even to the president, begging them to ban polka music. His pleas were again rejected. After failing to end polka music peacefully, he turned to violence and force in his 30s. He formed a militia with about 3,000 other like-minded people, and he easily overthrew the federal government in 1978. You might wonder how 3,000 people so easily overthrew an entire government, but remember, the people in the 1970s were all peace-loving hippies who didn't believe in violence. The Bryson regime was put in place. All polka music was banned. Anyone caught listening to or playing polka music were sent to prison camps. These camps had terrible living conditions. Rooms were cramped, and prisoners were forced to work for 25 hours a day. When the prisoners became ill due to terrible working conditions, they were denied medical help. They were told the best polka lover is a dead polka lover. Despite the denial of medical help, each prison camp had a small hospital. Perhaps it was there to torment the sick prisoners even further. Under this regime, families ratted out other family members for listening to polka, for fear of being punished for harboring them. Illegal polka clubs were formed and cracked down on. It was the worst time in human history to be a polka lover. However, there was one hero, Alfred Yankovic, better known as Weird Al. Al was a polka lover who was forced to give up polka under the new regime. The young Alfred felt that his life was meaningless without polka. He had to rebel against the new regime. He joined the army of the old U.S. government to overthrow the Bryson regime. Al was a good soldier, despite the fact that he failed his physical 37 times. After basic training, Al was sent on a secret mission with some other soldiers to assassinate Elliot Bryson. The soldiers broke Al into the restaurant where Elliot was eating for the night. And Al kept complimenting Elliot until Elliot had a heart attack and died. It was said that Al had killed Elliot Bryson with kindness. The rest of the army charged in and took over the anti-polka government and restored the old pro-polka government back. Weird Al would then go on to become a successful parody artist who also made polka music. Thanks to Weird Al, it is now legal to be a polka lover again, and we still have our freedom of speech and expression. Weird Al is truly an American hero, and I hope he has a happy birthday today.